Hey everyone, welcome back to Ask The Pedalist. Today we're talking about something I've been getting questions about: narrow handlebars. If you've been paying attention to the pro peloton, you've noticed handlebars are shrinking. Pros who are 6'4" are racing on 38 centimeter bars. 5 years ago, they'd be on 44, maybe 46. So what's going on? Is this just a trend, or should you be going narrower? Let's dive in.
Tired of feeling out of breath? Want to get fit without the gym intimidation or joint-pounding workouts? The Couch to 5K cycling plan takes you from zero to confidently riding 5 kilometers in just 8 weeks. Start with only 10 minutes a day. No fancy equipment, no confusing routines, just a simple plan that actually works. By week 8, you'll be riding 5K with strength and confidence you never thought possible. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Your transformation starts today. Download your 8-week Couch to 5K cycling plan at pedalmyway.com. Pedal My Way, own your journey.
Alright, so walk into any WorldTour team garage and you'll see it immediately. Bars are narrow. We're talking 36, 38 centimeters across the board, even on tall riders. Why? One word: aerodynamics. Wind tunnel data is crystal clear on this. For every 2 centimeters you reduce your bar width, you decrease frontal area by 1 to 2%. At 40 kilometers per hour, going from 42 down to 38 centimeters saves you 3 to 5 watts. And at time trial speeds, 45-50 k's per hour, that jumps to 5 to 8 watts. 5 to 8 watts! That's huge! That's like upgrading your wheel set or getting a skin suit. Except it costs basically nothing. And here's the kicker: these gains are exponential. The faster you go, the more they matter. So if you're doing crits, time trials, breakaways, those watts add up. Perfect example: Filippo Ganna. Guy's 193 centimeters tall, that's 6'4". He uses 38 centimeter bars for time trials. 10 years ago, someone his height would have been on 44, maybe 46 centimeter bars. That's the shift we're seeing. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm not a pro. Does this matter for me? And look, if you're already training hard, already thinking about marginal gains, why leave free watts on the table, right? But, and this is important, aero gains only work if you can hold the position comfortably. Which brings us to what actually happens to your body. So what changes when you go narrower? Your shoulders. With narrow bars, your shoulders rotate inward and protract forward. You're creating this wrapped, compact position around the bars. And this reduces your shoulder width even more than just the bar reduction. So you're not just narrowing by 4 centimeters, your whole upper body narrows by 6-7 centimeters. Your muscle engagement changes too. Triceps work harder to stabilize, lats activate more. It's actually a more stable platform for power transfer. And here's the magic: you can create what I call the aero hoods position. Your forearms become nearly parallel, like you're on aero bars. Elbows stack inside the hood profile. Head drops forward. You close that gap between your arms and torso. You're basically in a time trial position while still having access to brakes and shifters. Pretty genius. Now, some riders feel like they can't breathe as well at first. That shoulder protraction can feel restrictive. But in my experience, it adapts within 2 to 4 weeks. Your core strengthens, your body figures it out. The key is giving yourself that adaptation period. Don't go narrower and race the next weekend. Give it a month. Okay, so we've got aero gains, we've got biomechanics. But there are trade-offs. Handling. Wider bars give you more leverage for steering, more stability at high speed. It's physics. Narrower bars? You need more core engagement to track straight. Technical descents require more active steering corrections. Does that mean narrow bars are sketchy? No, but there's an adaptation period. You have to learn to ride them confidently. The flip side? Narrow bars are better for tight peloton maneuvering. Threading through gaps, tight corners in crits, all easier. Now, sprinting, this is where it gets interesting. The old school thinking is that wider bars equal more leverage equals more power. And sprint specialists like Cavendish and Caleb Ewan, they're still on 40, 42 centimeter bars. They haven't made the switch. Here modern data shows peak power output is basically the same between 38 and 42 centimeters. What matters more is preference and adaptation. So if you're a pure sprinter where that leverage for throwing the bike matters, maybe wider is still better for you. But for most of us, the aero gains probably outweigh the minimal sprint disadvantage. All right, practical time. How do you figure out your ideal width? Old school method was simple. Measure shoulder width, match your bars. Most riders, that's 38 to 42 centimeters. Add 2 centimeters for comfort and boom, 40 to 44 centimeter bars. Problem is, that doesn't account for aerodynamics, flexibility, or what you're actually trying to accomplish. New school approach is position-based. Here's what I recommend. Start with your shoulder width measurement, then subtract based on your discipline and aero priorities. Time trial or triathlon? Go shoulder width minus 4 to 6 centimeters. Road racing or crits? Minus 2 to 4 centimeters. Endurance? 0 to 2 centimeters. Here's a quick test you can do. Get in your aero hood position, elbows bent 90 degrees. Can you fit 2 fists side by side between your forearms? Go narrower. Barely 1 fist? That's probably your width. My recommendation for most riders, if you're currently on 42 centimeters, try 38. That seems to be the sweet spot where you get significant aero gains without major compromises. If you're smaller, under 170 centimeters, 36 might work. If you're primarily a sprinter or crit racer, maybe stick with 40. And here's the deal. Expect 2 to 4 weeks of adaptation. Your first few rides might feel weird. Your handling might feel twitchy. Your breathing might feel off. That's normal. Give it time. But if after a month you're experiencing shoulder pain, breathing feels constricted, or handling feels genuinely unsafe, go back wider. Not every body works the same way. So bottom line, the narrow handlebar trend offers legitimate aero benefits. 3 to 8 watts at race speeds is real. But the right width is the one that lets you hold your most aerodynamic position comfortably while maintaining the control you need. For most riders, that means going 2 to 4 centimeters narrower than traditional recommendations. Test before you commit, give yourself adaptation time, and remember, the fastest position is always the one you can actually sustain. Alright, that's it for today. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe, leave a review, and drop a comment with your handlebar width. I'm curious what you're all running. There is a full detailed article on this on pedalmyway.com with all the data, measurements, and specific recommendations. Link is in the show notes. Till next time, ride fast, stay safe, and remember, ask the right questions, get the right answers.